goal line here in arena football, the American Arena League. And now the Cavalry come up to the 10-yard line. Their three-man defensive front. As the kickoff is launched into the other end and just misses to the left of the goalpost, or Richmond would have had the early 1-0 lead.
Just wide on the kick right there, just a little wide.
And so now we'll see what this offense will have for New England, led by quarterback Drew Bolton, a 6-foot, 190-pounder, wearing number 8. They bring the ball out to the 20-yard line.
You know, I don't see Greg Hardy out there, but one guy I do see is Keontae Hollis, and he's a beast. He's a menace. He's a terror on that field. He just wreaks havoc everywhere he is. So.
Most valuable defensive player in the league last year, and he anchors the left side of that line, where New England opens in the shotgun with Bolton calling out signals, and now moves up towards the center to say something to the center. He's 30 yards away from the goal line, and now we have a mark-off. This happens often in arena football as teams are getting used to the noise level, and the 5-yard penalty will be 1st and 15, back to the 15-yard line.
See my guy Maurice Thorne, the coach at Hopewell High School over there, starting at corner.
Number 31.
Yes.
So here comes New England with their 2 receivers out to the right, and the pass is wide to the intended receiver Thaddeus Brown, and if that's an indication of where we're going tonight, that play was a little bit out of sync.
Well, I'll say this, Keontae Hollis would not be blocked. He just came around the edge, and really the quarterback threw a decent ball.
Yeah. So it'll be 2nd down and 15 yards to go. The cornerback on this left side here, number 3 for
number 8.
Richmond, Ellis Langston.
Oh, corner.
Bolton in the shotgun, steps up in the pocket, fires it, overshooting the intended receiver, almost picked off. And a flag is down on the play. It's going to go against the Roughriders.
Yeah, you got a roughing the passer penalty there. And I tell you what, Drew Bolton did a pretty good job of using his legs right there to escape some pressure. Good job by Bolton. Escaped some pressure and great defensive play, good coverage down the field. Our guy Maurice Thorne almost comes up with the pick.
Yeah. So it'll be an automatic 1st down at midfield, and midfield again is at the 25-yard line. First down for either team. And again, the Cavalry line up with 2 receivers to the right. A fullback to the left of the quarterback. It's a running play. He makes one guy miss and is knocked down inside the 15. And he's got himself another 1st down.
Yeah, nice job right there by Bolton. Ran a little option route, and he made a nice little spin move and avoided a tackler and picked up 11 yards.
And a couple of weeks ago when Greg Hardy was not in the game, the Carolina Energy had a lot of success running the ball.
That's true, yeah.
So let's see what happens here from the 14, 1st and 10. Well, a little bit harder now in this red zone as Bolton and whistles stop the play before it's beginning.
Yeah, delay a game on the New England right there. And I tell you, it looked like the last couple plays, or at least the past plays before, they were doubling Hollis.
Yeah. And you know, the clock is not visible, and the last time that happened, they had to move the Rough Rider players away from the clock because you really can't see it from where the quarterback is positioned.
That's a good point, Jeff.
So it's 1st and 15 from the 20. A quick pass out to the right flat, caught, and getting back to the original line of scrimmage is number 9, Giovanni.
I like the call there. Just a quick little jailbreak screen to get your athlete the ball in space, and Richmond has athletes too. They did a good job of running to the football and making that.
So they got the 5 yards back, and it'll be 2nd down and 10 from the 15. Opening drive here. 11:40 to go in this first quarter. New England Cavalry in their first game of the season playing the undefeated Roughriders at 5-0. And we know there's a story there. We just don't know why they haven't played a game at this point. And now we have another whistle and resetting the ball. And New England's got some beef up front, Ricky. I was looking at number 66. And
yeah, there's some big guys. Let's see how well they move, though. A lot of times you get guys that big, they don't move real well. But let's see. Let's see how the game goes.
Yeah, Andre Thames, 360 pounds. Bolton fakes it. He's going to be sacked. Good effort that time by number 8. Along with Hollis, it's Malik Johnson. The sack.
That's a big penalty on Richmond right there. They called a legal formation, legal defensive formation.
So the sack is negated. And I'd love to get an explanation on what that illegal formation was all about. With an 8-man defensive front, or defensive lineup, there's something to do. Maybe that you only can keep 3 guys on the front line?
Well, it's a couple rules. Your linebacker can only drop. He can't drop more than 5 yards, and the other backer can only blitz in the A gap. So I'm not sure. He's got to be inside the tackle.
That's going to be 3rd and 5. Bolton is going to be sacked.
Yeah, that was just everybody meet at the quarterback sack right there.
Great pressure from that defensive unit. It's going to set up a 4th down at about 13.
I tell you, Drew Bolton, he escaped the first wave, but the second wave led by Hollis and who else? Dwayne White. Those guys got in there really good. It's the first I've seen Dwayne White play.
Well, Richmond has overcome a few penalties against them. Now let's see if they can. Oh, there's a penalty against New England. And I'll move them back even further. As a false start by Giovanni Sanders on the right side will cost them 5 yards. So they move it back to about the 22-yard line. And it's 4th down at about 20. Sanders split to the right side, along with Marquise Eberhardt. Bolton calling out signals. 4th and 20. Launches it to the end zone. Incomplete. Good coverage on the play. And the ball goes over on downs.
Yeah. Drew Bolton took another shot there. And, good little move by the receiver, but just barely missed it, and just a little out of his grasp.
Mike Carey covering on the play out of Concord University, defensive back. It looks like that was a 3rd down, Ricky, and so there is one more play. It looks like I had them as a 4th down. It's that was 3rd and 20, 4th and 20. They're going to try a field goal. 38-yard attempt. And flag is down as the kick is way short. And it'll be down in the end zone. And let's see what the flag is all about. A lot of flags. Looks like it's preliminarily against Richmond. And a 4th down, another play coming probably for New England.
Yeah, they're going to give them another play. Legal defense.
So instead of 4th and 20, it'll be 4th and 15. And the 38-yard field goal will be a 33-yard attempt.
they still got the kicker out there, so it looks like they are going to kick it again, Jeff.
So Bolton will hold. Be unofficially a 34-yard field goal. And the kick is blocked. And going down to cover it on the 3-yard line. And there's the danger there. Yeah. And so Richmond will take over on the 3.
Yeah, great play there. Good job of getting in there. I think that was number 90 that came in there and got the block, if I'm not mistaken, Anthony Harris.
So a great defensive play by Richmond that has overcome about 4 of their own penalties. And now we'll have first and goal from the 4. And the 6'5" quarterback, Arvell Nelson, will run it in unopposed on the left side. Untouched. And Richmond strikes first.
Yeah, I noticed, Jeff, they had Jeremy Gallen in the backfield on that play, and he went out to the right as a little decoy, and Arvell Nelson, that big, strong, athletic guy, just strolled right in the end zone untouched.
Played at Texas Southern. He played 2 years for the Cleveland Gladiators in the Arena Football League.
Looks like we need a holder here.
Yeah, they're 1 player short, and they have to hustle them out or they're going to get a delay of game. They'll have to take a timeout. And 5 seconds on the clock. But this kind of kicker shouldn't be a problem for Stevens. Delay of game will just cost them 5.
Yeah.
It's not going to be a problem for
I like that. I'd rather take the delay and back them up 5 than burn a timeout right there.
So the kick will now occur from about the 15-yard line. So 25-yard attempt. Arvell Nelson to hold. And Stevens to attempt the point after. The snap is good. The hold is good. The kick is perfect. And so with 6:50 to go in the opening period, Richmond has struck first. And they take a 7-0 lead. And we'll be back after this 60-second timeout.
We've all heard the old adage, the only things guaranteed in life are taxes and death. While Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum can't do anything about your taxes, we are ready to help you pre-plan for death. Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens in Prince George County is the only locally family-owned cemetery in this area, offering a complete line of services to meet your final wishes, including our new community mausoleum. Since Merchants Hope is locally owned, we understand the people we're serving are friends and family. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens on Merchants Hope Road in Prince George, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. Pre-planning will save you money. Call Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum, 458-6197. That number again is 458-6197. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. That number again is 458-6197.
Okay, Stevens is set to kick off after that 4-yard touchdown run from quarterback Arvell Nelson and the extra point. And the Roughriders lead 7-0 and almost made it 8-0. But again, Stevens' kick goes a little left of the crossbar, and the ball will come out to the 20 with 6:50 to go. Opening period, Richmond on top 7-0. It looked like New England was going to strike a little bit of trouble against the Roughriders, the way they took it all the way down inside the 10-yard line.
Well, I think that defensive line came alive there towards the end of the drive. And let's see if the O-line for New England can hold up a little better this drive and see what kind of adjustments they make.
You mentioned Roughriders playing without Greg Hardy. We don't know why, but they still have their Defensive Player of the Year in Hollis as Bolton fires it out to the right flat. It's complete. And a nice tackle wrapped up after a very short gain of a yard. And a good tackle by Terrence Warren. Maybe 2nd and 9.
Yeah, big time hit by Terrence Warren right there. And, they throw that bubble screen or that little jailbreak screen out there and try to get his athletes in space. Only problem is Richmond has some fast dudes.
Yeah, they do.
They can run to the ball and they get there with a purpose.
They got him 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. Drew Bolton in the shotgun. It's a toss to the left side, and getting outside is the running back who did a determined run that time, number 28. And what looked like it could be a very short gain ended up with 3 determined yards. And that was David Collins, who actually looked like he was going to wear either 28 or 24. And I think they settled on 28. So David Collins at running back. Quarterback finds his receiver, Sanders, for the first down on the right side, just shy of the 15-yard line. Well executed play.
Big time throw by Bolton there, and I think you're going to have another roughing the passer.
Yep. So add on to unofficially the 5th penalty here in the first quarter against the Roughriders.
This is the first time we've had this crew here officiating. Looks a little like little Tom Selleck, like little Magnum PI.
Well, you can't fault the accuracy of quarterback Bolton, and he really fired up.
Tell you, when he's had time to throw, he throws a good ball.
Sanders with his 3rd catch of the first quarter. With the penalty, the ball's marked down to the 8-yard line. 1st and goal for New England, just a touchdown shy of tying this one up. 4:55 to go, opening period. Bolton in the shotgun. And flag flies. As let's see where this penalty goes. This one will go against New England.
I'll tell you, Jeff, I know one thing to be true. If they're trying to have Keontae Hollis blocked by number 28, they're going to have a hard time. Looks like his name is Sumter.
Yeah.
Stephen Sumter.
Stephen Sumter.
And he's a good football player. I don't doubt that he's not a good football player, but that's a mismatch with him blocking Hollis.
So after the penalty, 5-yard mark off, Bolt fires it out to the left, complete.
Yeah, good job.
Just shy of the 5-yard line. It's Garcia, Luis Garcia with the catch.
Yeah, Garcia just ran a good deep out pattern, and Drew Bolton delivered it on the money. That time they doubled Hollis. And
it'll be 2nd down from the 6-yard line. New England trying to punch it in, and Richmond trying to dig in and keep them out of the end zone. Try to keep that momentum going from last week where they had just a tenacious 4th quarter and kept Jersey out of the end zone. Can they do it here? Bolton flushed out of the pocket, down the left sideline. He's going to run inside the 5, and he's tackled at about the 3. Nice wrap-up tackle that time by Terrence Warren.
Yeah, that was a great open field tackle by Terrence Warren, and give Drew Bolton some credit, looking like old Johnny Manziel out there, spinning out of a tackle and getting away from Anthony Harris, who had a beat on him.
So that's going to be 3rd down, 3rd and goal from the 3. Can this stingy defense keep the pressure first on that offensive line, and then to get to Bolton, who's looked, he's got a lot of poise back there, quarterback. 3rd and goal from the 3. Firing it into the end zone, touchdown. New England counters the Richmond score, and it's Giovanni Sanders with his 4th catch of the first quarter.
Yeah, great catch by Sanders, and Bolton fit that thing in a tight window.
He sure did. There was no room for error there, and he just threaded the needle with 2:35 to go, opening period. An extra point away from tying this game. It looks like they're going to go for 2.
Yeah, trying to take the lead. Play clock running down.
Ernest Jones to block for Bolton, but flags go down before the snap. Illegal procedure against New England. Or are they going to say delay of game? So one official says illegal procedure. The other delay. It's the same result, a 5-yard penalty.
I think it could have been either one right there.
And so back at the 8 goes New England. They're trying to take the lead with this 2-point conversion. They trail 7-6. Bolton will have Ernest Jones blocking for him. The I formation. Bolton steps up in the pocket. He's at the 5, and he has the ball jarred loose. And a scramble for the ball. And the 2-point conversion will definitely fail. A lot of action there as Richmond's defense stiffens, and the score remains 7-6. So with 1:40 to go, we didn't know what to expect from New England. We haven't seen them play. We haven't seen any statistics on them so far. They look like a credible team.
Yeah, I tell you, they got a good quarterback and they got some receivers that can make a plays. And haven't been great up front on the offensive line, and really haven't had a chance to see their defense. They've only been on the field for one play, and that was from inside the 5-yard line. So, curious to see how this drive goes for Richmond, and let's see how our offense can roll. See what Coach Stout can do.
Yeah. Now the very dangerous kickoff returner is back there. For Richmond, Jeremy Gallen is just quite an elusive back. He's only 5'8", 185 pounds, and let's see if they kick it to him. They're going to kick it. I don't know if that was intentional or not, because I don't think kicking is the best part of their game, but that was about 30 yards out of bounds.
Yeah, that was way up in the stands.
I was reading last week, though, that they intentionally down in up in New Jersey had heard about Gatlin, chose to kick it away from him every single time.
Well, I don't think that was intentional. That looked a little like my golf shot. That thing went straight left from the get-go.
It's funny. Yeah, I don't think that kicking is going to be the strong suit of the Cavalry. Let's see what Roughriders can do. They've only had the ball one offensive play, and it was for a touchdown, a 4-yard run by Orville. Now they'll start it at their own 20. Back to pass. Plenty of time. Launching it long. Wide open. Carter, touchdown. Rashid Carter. Wide open for an 80-yard touchdown bomb.
Yeah, that was a great play right there. They brought Gallen in motion and ran him across the safety. The corner stayed with them, and they just they ran Carter on a wheel route behind it, up the sideline, right up the numbers, and he was wide open. Can't get much more open than that, and Nelson found him, hit him with a great pass. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
That is incredible. Yep, 2 plays, 2 touchdowns. It's now 13-6. Stevens will try to add the extra point. The kick is up, and the kick is good. So timeout on the field, 37 seconds to go. We'll be back with more after this 1-minute timeout. 14-6 Richmond.
Incredibly important news. AC Booker of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford wants you to know that a 5-quart oil change with tire rotation is only $39.95. That they're expert in brake repair, state inspection, and battery replacement. That they guarantee that no one, and I mean no one, can beat their prices on tires. I'm talking about the most famous brands such as Michelin, Pirelli, Continental, Goodyear, and BF Goodrich. Come to Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford and check out their brand new 10-bay shop and meet AC Booker and his staff today. Can you believe it? No appointment necessary for your oil changes, brake repairs, and inspections, not to mention guaranteed lowest prices on all major brands of tires. Dealership quality workmanship at phenomenal prices. That's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford on Temple Avenue east of Colonial Heights. Now that's what I call incredibly important news.
Back here at the Coliseum, 14-6 Richmond as Stevens prepares to kick off for the Roughriders. And the kick to the opposite end goes again through the end zone and out of bounds. It'll be to the 20-yard line for the New England Cavalry. They're down by 8 points, 14-6.
Yeah, Stevens has been hooking those kickoffs just a little left every time. I look for him to make a couple, though. He's usually good for 2 or 3 a game. He'll make the adjustment. He's too good a kicker not to.
Yeah.
That's pretty good offensive efficiency for Richmond. 2 plays, 2 touchdowns.
It really is. If anything, the defense may be a little tired by halftime, but
yeah, that's a good point, Jeff.
They've been on the field, and we're still 25 seconds away from the end of the first quarter, but they have been on the field for 99% of the plays. Bolton back to pass, launches long, and there's going to see a flag down there as interference to call, as the offensive player clearly couldn't get it. That was Luis Garcia, wrapped up.
Yeah, just a little too physical there by Carey, and wrapped him up, and I thought that was a good call. So
that's the only real drawback so far for Richmond, and a number of penalties here in the first quarter. We have it unofficially for 6 penalties in the first period. We still got 11 seconds to go. That one, I don't know whether he was thinking that. Well, obviously the crowd doesn't like it, but it was a good call. And it's an automatic first down to the 20-yard line of Richmond. And that's the end of the quarter before the play could be launched. We'll head to the second quarter with Richmond on top, 14-6, back in 60 seconds.
Your ventilation system circulates air in your house, but did you realize it may also spread contaminants throughout your home?
Call Dux today, 631-9373. That number again is 631-9373.
If you suffer from allergies, asthma, or if your home has excessive dust, call Duct. Duct, D-U-C-T-Z, checks it out and cleans the contaminants from your system, leaving your home fresh and healthy, with before and after pics to show you how well they did. Having Ducts clean your system can also reduce your heating and cooling costs, too.
Remember, Dux not only does residential, but also commercial air duct cleaning and dryer vent cleaning. Call Dux today.
Okay, we're back here at the Coliseum, heading to the second quarter, along with Coach Ricky Irby, Jeff Butler, as we bring you this 6th game of the season for the Richmond Roughriders. Undefeated in the American Arena League, top of the Northern Division at 5-0. They've been on the road for 2 games, down to Florida, where they took care of the Florida Tarpons, and then last week a very tough ball game against the Jersey Flight. They just eked out a win in the last 10 seconds of the game, 56-50.
That was a tough game, definitely. That was definitely a tough game down there in New Jersey, or up there in New Jersey. So looks like they got their hands full today. I was impressed with Drew Bolton in the first quarter.
Yeah.
And I'm impressed with these New England receivers. They have some talent there.
Yeah, they sure do. We're still waiting for the second quarter to begin, and the Rough Riders cheerleaders are entertaining the crowd at midfield as Rough Riders in their second. I think the Rough Riders go back a few. Richmond Revolution, Richmond
the Raiders,
the Bandits.
The Bandits, yeah, they've been through a few, but I think the Rough Riders are going to be here for a while. They have a strong model going, and they have great support, and they have a great business structure. I think they're going to be here for a while. And they're winning. I don't think they've lost a game yet, have they?
No, in 2 years of their play, and they've just looked extremely efficient, and the owner was recognizing that they had a little overturn at quarterback, and he said, hey, if we have to bring in 10 quarterbacks for 10 games, we'll do what it takes.
Yeah.
We're going to make this a winning proposition.
Well, I think the guy they've got there now in Nelson is pretty good.
Yeah.
And hopefully he'll stick around.
Yeah. So here we go, first play of the second quarter. Now New England going right to left. Bolton, he's flushed out. He's trying to avoid the sack, and he throws it. They're going to say he was in the grasp, I think. I don't know. It looked like he got rid of it from here.
And they completed the ball. That's the thing. That was an amazing play. And just to get rid of that ball and threw a strike to Thaddeus Brown. But I guess they're going to say he was down. I believe there was contact, and he was into the padding on the side.
It is incredible that he not only got off the pass, but that it was complete.
Yeah.
And all for naught. It'll come back. It'll be 2nd and 10 from the 17-yard line of New England.
And no surprise, New England's having a very tough time up front with this defensive line, just as everybody has this year.
And we have some bit of confusion there as the play was started, and the wide receivers were a good 40 yards down the field.
Yeah, the illegal shift.
So the 5-yard offensive penalty.
Little out of sync there.
And for new fans of New England or arena football, you can get a running jump if you're a wide receiver. You take off towards the line of scrimmage before it snaps. Gives you some acceleration. It's 1st and 15 now. Back at the 12-yard line, Bolton drops back to the goal line, fires a dart out to the 24, right in the hands, but dropped by Bobby Novello. Great pass and should have caught it.
Yeah, he put it on the money, just a deep comeback route. He was open.
He was.
I tell you, going back to that last play on the penalty, Richmond's got to be careful. I mean, that ball was snapped, and they just kind of stopped.
Yeah.
The whistle hadn't blown yet. Keep playing until you hear the whistle. When you see that ball snap, go.
Yeah. Well, Richmond now is in the enviable position of facing a third. Defensively, they're seeing New England facing a 3rd and 30.
Oh my goodness!
And Bolton has the pass deflected at the line of scrimmage as he was rolling out to the right.
Okay. Jeff, who is 92 for Richmond? I don't have him on my roster. I think he may be taking Greg Hardy's spot tonight.
Yeah. He is Noel Clark.
Well, Noel Clark just completely ran the center over on that play.
Clark out of Norfolk State. On 4th down, they're going for it because there's no punting in arena football. And their kicking game has shown that it's not ready for a prime time. So it's 4th down and about 30 yards to go.
Yeah. Play soft, give up the underneath stuff, and come up and make a tackle.
Bolton drops to the goal and fires it long, and it's caught. But going down just a yard shy of the goal line. What a great throw and catch. Much better than a punt would ever be.
Yeah, Luis Garcia right there.
A terrific catch.
And a great throw
yes.
by Drew Bolton on 4th down.
The ball went from like the 8-yard line all the way down to the 2 of Richmond. And so it'll be 1st and goal to go.
And you know, the coverage wasn't bad on that play, Jeff. They just threw a good ball to an open area. Had a void in the middle, and he just hit it.
So let's see if the defense can stiffen here. It's a running play, and it gets only back to the original line of scrimmage.
He's still fighting.
Number 27, Jones. 5'10", 240 pounds, was met and neutralized at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 2. And we have the music of Jaws in the background.
Anthony Harris did a great job there of shutting that down, and I think they may have a hard time running the football on us here.
Bolton in the shotgun with Jones offset to the right, fullback. Gonna put it in the air, incomplete. No flags down.
Who was that, Carey? Was that 11 on the break up there?
Yes, I believe it was. The pass intended for Thaddeus Brown.
That's good coverage.
Yeah, really was.
All right, here comes 92 back in. Tell me his name one more time.
Yeah, 92 is Noel Clark.
Noel Clark.
6'4", 318. All right, can Richmond hold them 2 more times. It's 3rd and goal from the 2. Richmond's up by 8 points, 14-6. Bolton back to pass, looking. Flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's got some daylight. And he fires to the end zone. Incomplete. Almost making the catch.
Yeah, you got another flag down there.
Luis Garcia almost pulled it in, and let's see how the flag goes. Personal foul against Richmond. And so it'll be half the distance to the goal.
I can tell you, I don't agree with that call. The quarterback was scrambling. He's proven that he's a good runner already tonight. When he's taken off with the ball, he becomes a runner.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's a tough one there.
And that makes it an automatic first down too. So it'll be 1st and goal from the 1. Now, advantage definitely goes in favor of New England here with 4 sets of downs. Up under center. The handoff to Jones, and he's not going anywhere. Bolton's trying to push him in from behind. And he's not going to get in. And so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Wouldn't this be something if Richmond could hold?
Yeah, this New England team, they're just not as good up front as Richmond is defensively up front.
They got the big bodies, but don't know about the talent. So it'll be 2nd and goal from the 1. Richmond's been on the field for all but 2 plays. The defense been on the field.
It's been a long time.
And they're going to call timeout to avoid the penalty there. They were about ready to lose the play clock there. So we'll keep it here as Richmond's in the midst of a well-fought game. I think the most unusual stat is that the offense has only run 2 plays for 2 touchdowns, and the defense has had to be on the field the rest of this first half.
Well, I think it's going back to the MO of Richmond. The last time we did the games several weeks back was the penalties in the first half, and a lot of defensive penalties today. And got to get those shored up, even though I disagreed with the last one. But I've been impressed with Drew Bolton, and I've been impressed with the receiving staff of New England.
Yep.
Those receiving corps, they've done a good job. They have some playmakers, and they've made some plays. And Richmond just has to continue to play. Settle down, play your game, and they'll be fine.
And this timeout really helps Richmond to be able to rest because they've been on the field so long. That the timeout to avoid the penalty will help Richmond get their wind and hopefully be able to dig in for 3 more plays here to snuff out this drive.
They got Noel Clark in the middle now. Let's see what he does right here.
Second and goal from the 1. Bolton looking to throw. Looking, flushed out of the pocket.
That's a hold.
To the left side. And he's going to be hit and stopped. Let's see if there's a flag down. No flag. We thought there might be a holding call there.
Yeah, it looked like a hold to me.
Turns out that Bolton is stopped for about a yard loss. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 2.
I tell you what, though, he turned about a 12-yard loss into a 1-yard loss.
That's right.
I don't know how he was able to slip down the sideline right there.
Yeah. And the way to slip down the sideline around these, it's amazing that the sideline barrier there to be able to skirt that. Here we go, 3rd and goal from the 2, and another flag, and this one's going to go against the offense.
Yeah, a false start.
False start will cost them 5 big yards. Big penalty with 8:12 to go, 2nd quarter. Richmond holding on to an 8-point lead, 14-6. Bolton in New England is threatening after about a 80-yard pass play on 4th down that took the ball down to the 1. Now Richmond trying to dig in here on 3rd and 6. The ball's tipped and incomplete. In the end zone, there was a
a battle for the tipped ball, and it falls incomplete. 4th and goal.
Yeah, once again, great pressure by Xavier Tyler and Noel Clark and Keontae Hollis just all over the quarterback, and he had to get rid of that thing quick. And great coverage in the back end that time. Good job by Reese Thorne and Langston and Carey. Those guys did a great job. All right, let's see if we can get them one more time.
Yep, can they do it? 4th and goal from the 8-yard line. What a defensive stand so far. Richmond trying to do it one more time. Bolton fires to the end zone, incomplete. No flags down. And Richmond's defense is held.
That's my boy. That's Coach Maurice Thorne, and one of our assistant coaches at Hopewell High School, the Arena League veteran.
And he made the play, a touchdown saving play.
That's a great job, great coverage.
And that's the highlight so far defensively.
What a stand right there. That was, every bit of 6-7 plays
from
the 1-yard line
where
they started originally, the 1 or 2. That was a great stand by the Richmond Roughrider defense.
It really was. Yeah. Yeah, it was a 3rd and goal that they got the automatic first down on the penalty. So, about six different plays from inside the 10 they held. So now Richmond takes over. Launching deep pass down the right sideline. It might have been intercepted. Let's see, it is.
Yeah.
It's picked off. Heading the other way. New England taking it down the left sideline, and now they're right back into scoring position inside the 5. Oh, my.
Yeah, that was a heck of a pick right there.
The interception that time by number 6, Lovett, Quantarius Lovett, and now Richmond they've had 3 offensive plays, and the defense is back on the field. Oh my, the defense has really got to be sucking for air.
Yeah, well, I tell you, Nelson tried to hit Gallen right there on the deep crossing route, and just good coverage. He was running stride for stride with him and made a play on the football.
So here we go again with Richmond called upon defensively.
Yeah,
to
they're
shut the
gassed.
door.
Hands on the hips, that's a good sign of it.
Yeah. The ball's at the 4-yard line. A new set of downs for New England. Plenty of time, 6:10 to go in the first half. Trailing by 8, 14-6, an option play. And Bolton still alive inside the 5. He took it across the 5, got at least back to the line of scrimmage, maybe a half a yard further.
Yeah, he got hit pretty good right there.
He got popped.
I tell you though, he's a tough kid, man. He's been impressive.
6 feet, 190 pounds, but he's quick. He's got a great arm.
He's going to need an ice bath after this game, I can tell you that. He's going to be sore.
They give him a yard on the play. 2nd and goal from the 3. And that defense that's been tested throughout this first half is going to dig in one more time here, hopefully more than that. 2nd and goal from the 3. And we have an official's timeout.
Something's wrong with the chains over there.
And
I think that happened on the interception.
Oh, yes. And the first down marker, the numbers 1, 2, 3, and 4, a couple of the numbers have been knocked off, and they're trying to reassemble it. Well, again, that's a great little timeout for Richmond's defense.
Yeah.
And
let them catch their breath.
Another defender comes in to give them some breath. As this is a terrific defensive stand when you go back to the last series. Hollis back into the game. 2nd and goal from the 3, 14-6. Richmond's first score came on a 4-yard run from quarterback Nelson. Then when New England matched it with a touchdown of their own, but missing the 2-point conversion, the first play from scrimmage on Richmond's next play, an 80-yard touchdown pass to Rashid Carter. And that's the scoring in the game, 14-6 Richmond, but such defensive tenacity from Richmond. It's been one goal line stand of 6 plays, counting a penalty, and now they're trying to do it again.
Well, the matchups to watch are the New England offensive line versus Richmond's defensive line. They haven't been able to block them all game, and when Drew Bolton has any time, he's done a good job of finding some receivers. And even when he doesn't have time, he's able to improvise and make some plays. And
speaking of improvising, they're trying to do some sort of makeshift repair job on the first down marker, trying to tape it back together so that it's interesting they don't have an extra one here at Richmond Coliseum. They only have the one, but they'll have to get that wired back together, and I think they do have some wire down there now, and the officials are like trying to do some surgery on the
duct tape. You have duct tape, you can fix almost anything.
Right. So we're on hold here at 5 minutes and 28 seconds to go in the second quarter. Richmond trying to hold on to an 8-point lead, 14-6. It's second and goal from the 3-yard line for the New England Cavalry, playing their first game of the year, while Richmond has played 5. And maybe at halftime we'll be able to get a little of the story there. New England doesn't show any first game jitters or any rust from not having played. They came down here to Virginia and they looked really sharp. Well, they're still working on that thing. Maybe we'll take a little 30-second timeout and we'll be back with more action after this commercial word.
Proactive Property Services is skilled in grounds maintenance, hydro seeding, sports turf mowing, aerating, mulch, and planting. Whatever you need in the area of landscaping, call Chris today at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. That number again is 804-591-9197. That's Chris at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. Your green industry business in the Tri-Cities area.
Okay, we're back here at the Coliseum. Second and goal. Bolton looking to throw, flushed out of the pocket, on the run, fires, incomplete, and the flag down. Looks like it's going to be interference again on carry. And it'll be an automatic first down for the New England Cavalry. Just as the officials have defensive pass interference against carry of Richmond.
Yeah, just hard to cover those guys for that long.
Yeah.
Especially when you're down there near the goal line. You got to get a little pressure on him. The guy scrambles. He does a good job of buying time.
So a fresh set of downs for New England. First and goal from the 2-yard line. And the last time this happened with an automatic first down, Richmond held 4 more plays. They had a 6-play hold then. Do they have a 6-play hold here? First and goal from the 2. Bolton, it's a running play, and they should get in. Oh, but he fumbled it! Oh, my! The ball was taken over! And all the way to the goal line, touchdown! Oh, my! Unbelievable turn of events! Wow! As it looked for sure that the New England player was going to run it in. But he was met and stood up at the goal line.
Yeah, I didn't see who hit him, but I knew Eddie Johnson picked it up and ran it back.
And number 0.
Yeah, Eddie Johnson, that was a great job. He saw it and picked it up and went all the way from the goal line to goal line. I didn't see who met him at the goal line.
I didn't either. What a stand-up tackle that was at the goal line. The ball jarred loose, and Eddie Johnson picked up the loose ball, ran 50 yards for the touchdown. And just like that, New England is now down 20-6, and we have a new extra point kicker in. And it might get a 2-point conversion. Oh, it did! Oh, my, it's good for 2. As Stevens was not out there to kick, and a backup kicker was in there, and the holder took it and just fired it to the end zone. It went off the hands of one would-be receiver into the hands of another, and Richmond gets a 2-point conversion.
Well, every team has that fire call when you bobble the snap, when you yell fire. Guys have certain places where they run, and they did a good job of executing on that play. Once they saw had the bobble snap, And Nelson threw the ball where he needed to.
Well, this is wild and wacky and just arena football to the nth degree here, as Richmond was one play away from having this game maybe tied at 14. And a fumble at the goal line after a jarring tackle. And Eddie Johnson picking up the loose ball and taking it coast to coast for a touchdown. And then a wacky two-point conversion. It's a 22-6 Richmond lead.
But that's what Richmond does. They've got so many playmakers, and they'll give a little, and then all of a sudden, bam, they just hit you with that big play. But guess what? The defense is now going back out on the field.
Yeah. I don't know if Stevens got injured or not, but he's not out there.
Yeah, they got another kicker.
Another kicker in there, number 23, is kicking off. That's Otis Williams. And he approaches the ball and has a pretty good kick himself.
Yeah.
Just missed through the uprights at the other end. And returning it is New England. And some nice running down the right sideline, and he almost got it all the way for the touchdown. And we almost had some fisticuffs to bear, but the official steps in between two players, but what a terrific return. Number 13, Joe D'Onofrio, took it 9 yards deep.
Yeah, good kickoff return, and great blocking set that up. Threw some good blocks. Great job by Ellis Langston of running downfield behind him and making that tackle.
And just like that, the offense of New England back on the field. And the offense, which has still only played, 4 plays now? Offensive plays. And they have 3 touchdowns in 4 plays.
Actually, they've only ran 3 plays.
Yeah, that's right.
2 touchdowns and an interception.
Because the defensive touchdown, you're right. Flag goes down as Bolton's pass is complete. But you're right, the 3rd touchdown is a defensive delay of game. So it'll be 5-yard mark off against New England. Plenty of time here before the end of the first half. 3:03 to go. But the score now 22-6 in favor of Richmond. Ball's at the 13-yard line of Richmond. And New England has just lived in this red zone, especially in the second quarter.
They haven't been able to finish though, Jeff. That's a good testament, a good credit to the Roughriders.
It sure is. They have dug in when it mattered most. Bolton back to pass, steps up in the pocket, trying to get away. He's going to, he breaks free of the sack, but then another player gets him. Bolton almost scrambled out, but goes down for the 2nd sack of the game.
I tell you, man, he does a good job though. Getting out of trouble.
Anthony Harris made a good hit on him.
That was. These guys have played a lot of snaps this half.
And so it'll be 2nd and goal from the 21-yard line. Clock continues to run here in arena football. 2:15 to go. Bolton all the way at quarterback. Back to pass. Looking, fires. Intercepted! And it's Reese. Number 31, Reese Thorne with the pick.
Reese Thorne with the interception.
The 2nd interception of the first half. And with 1:51 to go, the New England offense is thwarted again by this outstanding Richmond defense. It's a bend but don't break. And they have done that to perfection here in the first half. Clearly, New England's been on the field for like 95%.
Yeah, it's been a lot.
And now Richmond might get a whole set of downs here with 1:34 to go. And they fumbled the snap, but picking it up and firing it complete to Carter. And Carter has a first down.
Orville Nelson picked up the dropped snap in shotgun.
Yeah, and that's hard to do, when that quarterback gets a bad snap, his eyes have to go down to get the ball, and he's not able to see the coverage and where he wants to go with the football. So great job by Nelson to getting his eyes back up and finding Carter on a crossing route.
Carter's second catch. He's the only one to catch a ball for Richmond because they've just not been on the field. Gallen is split out here to the right.
1 minute warning.
1 minute warning here in arena football. And the 22-6 score. There's been a lot of action in this game so far here tonight.
Let's see if we can get Carter out on a screen right here, somewhere on this drive.
Yep.
Maybe saving that for the second half.
It could be. Wonder if we're going to see Gallen worked into the action. And he's
yeah, and Damari Jones as well. Three good receivers that Richmond has, and I've got to give credit to Carter and J.B. Walton and Malcolm Bunch up there. Those guys have done a great job, even in the limited amount of plays that we've had.
Yeah.
Nelson's had time to throw the football.
All right, so here we go after the first down pass to Carter. A new set of downs from the 25. 1st and 10. Nelson fires it towards the end zone. Did he catch it? He did. It's touchdown.
Yeah, that's Damari Jones.
25-yard pass play for a touchdown.
And Nelson had such a clean pocket right there, was able to deliver the ball accurately and on time.
Did you see who caught that?
Damari Jones.
Damari Jones, number 5, with his first catch. And so Nelson, a perfect 3 for 3 here in the first half, and 2 of them for touchdown.
Actually, he's 4 for 4, just 1 to the other team, right? With that interception.
Well, that's right. 3 for 4. You're absolutely right.
You could say 4 for 4.
Yeah.
Just don't have to say it. You don't have to say it to the other guy.
Really? Actually,
he hit it?
No good. Missed to the left. And so, timeout on the field with 52 seconds to go. 28-6. And we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with more Richmond football.
South Park Carpet Flooring Outlet and Chester Floors Superstore has the finest brands of carpet and vinyl flooring available. They offer warehouse prices to the public and have the largest selection of remnants for purchase. Expert installation, normally the next business day for both residential and commercial work. Call or visit South Park Carpet at 860 West Roslyn Road, off I-95 at exit 53 in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Call them at 804-520-2763 or 804-748-4990.
Okay, we're back here at the Richmond Coliseum with 52 seconds to go before halftime. Just a thrilling first half with Richmond on top, 28-6. And just a lot of action. Coach Zimmerman takes his team to the locker room. There's a lot to talk about. He had too many penalties for his team, but what a defensive stand that unit has given him. Just a terrific defensive effort. And then offensively, the quarterback Nelson, 3 out of 4 with 2 touchdown passes. And here's the kickoff. It's going to be returnable. Again, it's number 13 doing the honors for New England, and he's hit at midfield and brought down there. That's Joe Donfrio, 6 foot, 190-pounder, returns it 25 yards out to midfield.
He's had 2 good kickoff returns here.
And so New England thinks that they can certainly make it more of a respectable showing here with a touchdown before halftime. They've got 45 seconds to work with. Down by 3 scores. But in this arena football, there's so much offense.
Yeah, I'd love for us to be able to get a stop here and maybe one more score before halftime, and then we get the ball coming out second half, so that would be huge.
Like a new quarterback now for New England. And it's a running quarterback. I wonder, had his bell rung. Down the right sideline goes the backup quarterback, number 9, Giovanni Sanders. And it's a first down run around right end.
Yeah, Giovanni played some receiver a little earlier in the game, too.
He did.
And,
6'2", 180-pounder, showed some speed down the right sideline.
I'll say this, though. I don't think if he can't throw it the way that Bolton can.
Yeah.
Because they can't block us up front.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
So now
we'll get a handle on this guy.
Yeah. Sanders, maybe they're going to take a timeout here to talk it over. And with 35 seconds to go, you raised an excellent point with Bolton not in there with just a great arm. And
and we've already proved that they're not going to be able to run the football on us, and we've seen that with so many plays inside the 10-yard line with them not being able to move the ball effectively on the ground. I thought Bolton had played pretty well.
Yeah. That's why I wonder if it was some kind of an injury.
And maybe it could be an injury. Maybe this is just a plan. Maybe this is what they were planning to do all along. I don't know.
Yeah. Well, same script, different.
And maybe he can throw the ball. We just haven't seen it yet.
Yeah. Well, he'll line up under center here. And he fumbles the snap. And we won't see much more as the Rough Riders pick up the fumble. And he never really got a hold of it.
I was thinking that when he went underneath. That happens a lot when you change quarterbacks and try to do something different.
Yeah. Well, Bolton is over there. I see him.
He had equipment issues.
He said he had an equipment issue.
Oh, wow.
And so with 31 seconds to go, Richmond dodges that bullet. That could have hurt. I mean, if Bolton had been on the field, they could have engineered a touchdown. It could have been a two-score game.
And that's unfortunate for New England. That's good for Richmond, but that's unfortunate for New England.
Yeah. Now Richmond will have 31 seconds to work with.
I'm not sure I'd have put him in the under center. I'd have probably kept him in the shotgun.
Yeah.
All right, let's see if we can get a score here, Jeff.
Nelson stands at his goal line in the shotgun. Richmond trying to get one more score here before halftime. Nelson fires it across the center, wide open. Jones upended with an excellent tackle. A first down, though. And now Richmond should use a timeout of its own. Oh, okay. Under 1 minute, the clock automatically stops. So
great play there by Richmond. They ran Gallon on a clear route, just ran two double slants underneath.
So it'll be 1st and 10 from the 17-yard line after that first down pass. Nelson in the shotgun. Quick pass out to the left. Little screen, tackle eligible play. And bulling his way into New England territory down to the 20-yard line. Another first down, and hopefully he's not injured there. As on that tackle eligible play, he just rolled over, just bulled his way for the last yard or two, but he's still down.
Yeah, it's a big man to fall like that. I hope maybe he's just knocked the wind out of him. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
So an injury timeout here with 9 seconds to go. And that tackle eligible play has been worked to perfection for Richmond in the games that we've seen so far this year.
Yeah, even going back to last year, Stout's always done a great job with that play and pulling it out at the perfect time, and great play call there.
Now, did you see the number of the injured player?
I believe it's Carter. 77.
No, that's not good news.
Yeah, James Carter.
He's 6'3", 310-pound offensive lineman out of North Carolina Wesleyan.
And he's their best lineman. He's the veteran. He's kind of the glue to that group right there. So.
Well, he gets a good round of applause as he gets up under his own steam, and
he's limping a little bit.
He is limping a bit, and I hope it's not a knee, because he may have hit that knee going down, and he's heading off the field, and that's so Richmond will take a timeout there with that shot with 9 seconds to go. We've got at least one, maybe two plays here, and a chance to get their fourth score here before halftime. So far, we've seen Damari Jones catch 2. We've seen Rasheed Carter catch 2. Haven't seen Jeremy Gallon in on the action yet. And
I tell you what, Gallon's doing a good job, though. He takes the top off the defense, and they're really respecting that deep threat. And like last play where he ran deep, he took a couple guys with him and opened it up underneath for the other guys. So just always tell your receivers, be patient. You got to run your route, and if you're open, you'll get the ball.
Carter and Jones will be coming to the right side, and Gallen is split out to the left. Now he comes all the way to the other side in motion, so all three receivers, and a flag goes down, and that's going to go against Richmond. That'll negate the touchdown. That's too bad. And Jones made the catch, but the penalty is going to be offsides, I think.
I think it's illegal defense, Jeff. I think it's going to stand.
Okay. Well, I hope you're right, because it is touchdown. All right.
Good job by Damari Jones. Ran a deep post route. Ball was delivered perfectly, and you can't say enough about the offensive line and giving Arvell Nelson all that time to sit in the pocket and make a good, accurate throw.
19 yards on the pass play. Nelson just perfect pass to Jones. And I guess they give that 2-yard grace period for the receiver going across the line, and that's what had happened when Gallen was across the line of scrimmage before the ball was snapped.
Yeah, it was close. It was definitely close.
But they didn't call it. They do give you 2 yards, and but illegal defense to call. And the snap from center dribbles back, and again they're going to have to just launch it, and it's incomplete. With 4 seconds to go, the extra point fails.
Yeah, that had looks like a lot of substitutes in on that play right there. Guys kind of not knowing where they were going and where they were lining up, and you got a new kicker, and definitely just wasn't a good snap right there.
So we'll have 4 more seconds before the end of halftime, and we'll take one more a break here and be back with the last 4 seconds. You're listening to, we're going to keep it here, 25. See, they haven't put the other score on. Now it's going to be 34-6. And so injuries taking a hold of things for Richmond with Carter, number 77, going down and injured. We don't know about the place kicker. Stevens hadn't been out there since the first quarter.
Yeah, I'm looking for him on the sideline. I don't see him over there.
I think I see him behind the official there.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yeah. I don't know what happened, but we'll see if we can track that down at halftime and get progress on both of the injuries. As backup kicker, number 23 in there to kick for Otis Williams. Almost got through the uprights the last time he kicked off. And he gives a little nub kick this time. And with 3 seconds to go, will they get a chance for one more play?
Yeah, onside kick. They recovered it.
They did recover the onside kick. They'll have one more play.
Man, that was a great job by, who's that? Who's 23? I don't have him on my roster.
Otis Williams.
Great job by Otis Williams. That was a great onside kick.
Now, they should have time for one more play, even though the clock says 000. But 2 seconds should be left as they successfully complete the onside kick across the 10-yard line to the 11. And 2 seconds to go, Richmond will have one more chance for another score. 34-6. There's been a little bit of everything in this first half of action. Nelson, with 3 excellent receivers in Gallen, Carter, and Jones, will let it fly from the 5. He launches it towards the end zone. It's caught it! Oh, wow! He made the catch! Unbelievable! Gallen made the catch! Can you believe it?
That's about as good a ball as you can throw, and that's about as good a catch as you'll ever see.
Unbelievable way to end the first half.
Yeah, great throw and great catch right there. Big-time players.
From the 11-yard line, Nelson gets credit with throwing it into the end zone at the other end, and Jeremy Gallen made an acrobatic, such an athletic catch.
We got Stevens coming back out here, looks like, to take this kick.
Yeah, so he wasn't injured. That's good. And Jeremy Gallen with just an unbelievable touchdown reception. And the score now 40-6.
Yeah, it was 2 touchdowns in a matter of 5 seconds, wasn't it? Something like that?
Yeah. Stevens makes the kick. 39-yard pass play from Nelson to Gallen brings us to the end of the first half. And with the score 41-6 in favor of the Rough Riders, we'll go to our 5 minutes of commercial break and be back with our halftime show. You're listening to Richmond Rough Rider football. Back in 5 minutes.
Heights. They carry lawnmowers, vacuums, blowers, chainsaws, hedge clippers, gas trimmers, and engine parts. Connors has a full repair shop. Connors Small Engines has been in business over 45 years. They have master brands like Toro, Still, Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Ariens, and Kawasaki. That's Connors Small Engines. They're located at 1000 Temple Avenue. Call 526-7108. And say hello to Murphy the Cat.
Hey there, this is Alex Scholl with Liberty Firearms and Surplus with all your big boy toys. Used guns, new guns, AK-47s, long rifles, military surplus, silver, gold coins, jewelry, power tools, and generators. All your big boy toys at Liberty Firearm and Surplus, Hopewell Pawn and Loan, 442 South 15th Avenue, across from Wells Fargo and Hopewell. That's Liberty Firearms and Surplus, Hopewell Pawn and Loan, 442 South 15th Avenue, across from Wells Fargo and Hopewell with all your big boy toys.
Shave and a haircut, 2 bits? Well, you can't get a shave and a haircut for 2 bits anymore. But if you're looking for a barbershop that does old-fashioned shaves and haircuts, look no further than the Broadway Barbershop, 224 North Main Street in Hopewell. Kenny, Scott, and Keith do hot towel shaves using a straight razor and shoulder massage. No appointment necessary. They're open Tuesday through Saturday. Check them out on Facebook. Broadway Barbershop, 224 North Main Street in Hopewell. You'll not only look great when you leave, you'll feel great as well.
Calling all CDL Class A drivers. VHI Express is currently seeking qualified drivers to run local. The company is seeking owner-operators, and the company can put you in one of their tractors and help you make money to purchase your own tractor. Home every night, Monday through Friday, some Saturdays. Call 804-414-1794 and speak with Debbie Smith. See what it is like to work for a company that cares about you and your home time.
Proactive Property Services are skilled in grounds maintenance, hydro seeding, sports turf mowing, aerating, mulch, and planting. Whatever you need in the area of landscaping, call Chris today at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. That number again is 804-591-9197. That's Chris at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. Your green industry business in the Tri-Cities area.
South Park Carpet Flooring Outlet and Chester Floors Superstore has the finest brands of carpet and vinyl flooring available. They offer warehouse prices to the public and have the largest selection of remnants for purchase. Expert installation, normally the next business day for both residential and commercial work. Call or visit South Park Carpet at 860 West Rosslyn Road, off I-95 at exit 53 in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Call them at 804-520-2763 or 804-748-4990.
You are listening to WHAP 1340 AM and WHAP 96.9 FM on translator number W245CU FM, Hopewell, Virginia.
Bates Orthodontics is proud to partner with the Richmond Roughriders as the official team orthodontist. Dr. Sheldon Bates received his master's degree of specialty certificate in orthodontics from Virginia Commonwealth University. During his residency, Dr. Bates fell in love with his wife, Taylor, and together they decided to make Richmond their home. Avid South Carolina Gamecocks and Nebraska Cornhusker fans, the Bates are proud to support their local football team. And with 3 Bates Braces locations to choose from, it is easier than ever for you as well. Visit BatesBraces.com for more information and to schedule your free consultation with Dr. Bates today.
Looking for exotic food at reasonable prices? Elephant Thai, the only authentic Thai restaurant in the Tri-Cities, located in the Crossings Shopping Center in Hopewell, is the place for you. Don't like real spicy food? Every meal at Elephant Thai can be customized from no spices to your desired level of spices. Exotic desserts, soft drinks, and alcoholic beverages are also available, including beer from Thailand. Elephant Thai, your spot for an exciting dining experience. Call 458-2885. That's Elephant Thai Restaurant in the Crossings Shopping Center in Hopewell.
Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, where the taste of Mama Rosa's special sauces and freshly made pizza dough and dinner breads merge to bring you Italian cuisine in the atmosphere of Italy. There is simply no comparison. Bring the kids to climb the steps to watch as our cooks spin the pizza in the air before cooking your pizza in our flaming hot pizza oven. Alcoholic beverages such as beer, wine, and mixed drinks also available to enhance your experience of our real Italian tradition. Wednesday through Friday buffets from 11 to 2 p.m. or our breakfast buffet Sundays from 9 to 2 p.m., along with our patio seating and banquet facilities and our pickup window, make Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, located at Colonial Corner Shopping Center, 4098 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell, your best choice of Italian cuisine in the area. That Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, located at the Colonial Corner Shopping Center in Hopewell. For more information, call 804-458-8744. Call 804-458-8744 today.
U-Store and Lock Self-Storage, the oldest self-storage business in the Hopewell area, located at 416 East Randolph Road and Route 10 to access your storage unit 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lowest prices starting at $35 per month. Units range from 5 feet 5 to 10 feet by 30 foot, 24-hour security staff, security cameras on all buildings. Most credit cards accepted. Call U-Store and Lock, 541-0655.
We've all heard the old adage, the only things guaranteed in life are taxes and death. While Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum can't do anything about your taxes, we are ready to help you pre-plan for death. Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens in Prince George County is the only locally family-owned cemetery in this area, offering a complete line of services to meet your final wishes, including our new community mausoleum. Since Merchants Hope is locally owned, we understand the people we're serving are friends and family. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens on Merchants Hope Road in Prince George, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. Pre-planning will save you money. Call Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum, 458-6197. That number again is 458-6197. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. That number again is 458-6197.
Okay, we're back here at the Richmond Coliseum. A very exciting first half. Richmond controlled 41-6, but Coach Ricky Irby, it was 14-6, and the New England Cavalry were several times knocking on the door.
Yeah, it was just a little bit of a slow start by Richmond, and but once they found their groove, and offense was impressive for the limited time that they were out on the field. Only the one mistake, the interception, but other than that, it was a pretty flawless half offensively, and defense did a great job of bending but not breaking. Making some big-time goal line stands and forcing turnovers.
There was so much action in the first half, it's hard to go back to the first quarter and the early goings when Richmond did take the lead. It was a 4-yard run from scrimmage from quarterback Nelson, and that
followed the blocked field goal. And,
that's right.
Yeah, that was a big play, getting a block on the field goal where New England took the ball down the field the first drive of the game and was set up to go up 3-0. And if I remember correctly, it was Anthony Harris that came in and blocked the field goal and knocked it all the way back. And Richmond had the ball inside the 5 and to take the lead. That's a big momentum swing, but big play right there.
Yeah. Well, New England countered with a touchdown at the run with 2:35 to go in the first quarter. A 3-yard touchdown pass to Sanders, number 9, and the extra point was no good, and Richmond's lead was 1.7 to 6. They got the ball right back, and one play later, an 80-yard touchdown pass to Rashid Carter. That was picture perfect.
Yeah, it was a great play. They just ran Gallen in motion and ran him on a crosser through the safety, and the corner stayed with him, and they just ran Carter on a wheel route. He was wide open.
You're listening to some halftime action being sponsored by the Richmond Roughriders and entertaining these fans. Some relay races involving some big, oversized, looks like close to a basketball size. And as the fans are watching that, respective teams are in their halftime. 41-6, Richmond on top of the New England Cavalry.
I tell you, this is a great venue. It's something really cool for the people in the Richmond area to be able to come out to bring your families, and I'd love to see this Coliseum just completely full one night at one of these games. This is a good product that this organization has put out on the field, and something that the Richmond community can be really proud of.
That's a great point. Very family friendly. Good wholesome action, a lot of fun for kids of all ages, and very intergenerational. They're putting a good product on the field. Undefeated football team. They're going to no doubt win tonight and go 6-0. But so getting back to it was 14-6 at that point at the end of the first quarter. And then a couple of amazing defensive stands by the Roughriders.
Yeah, like you said, Jeff, when you were on the play-by-play, it looked like that New England was going to stroll in for a touchdown, and he was stood up at the goal line, and I missed the number of who stood him up and made him fumble, and then Eddie Johnson picks it up and runs it, all the way back for a touchdown. So that was another big momentum swing. Been a lot of big plays in the game for Richmond.
Yeah, and that was like the third defensive stand by that tough defensive unit inside the 5-yard line. They had stopped them, I think, twice before.
Yeah. Maurice Thorne had an interception on one. I remember that.
Right.
Another defensive play in the end zone he made, I think, on 4th down. So, the guys have played well.
Yeah.
I tell you, though, New England, I've been impressed with Drew Bolton. I mean, I think he's a tough quarterback. He's been able to elude some tacklers and make some throws, and I think they have a pretty good receiving core. I just think they just struggle up front. And a lot of teams struggle against Richmond defensive line, so that's not a knock on New England. That's just telling you how impressive the defensive line is for the Rough Riders.
Yeah, and that's without Greg Hardy tonight. We don't know why he's not in there, but he's not dressed for tonight's action. They haven't missed a beat, and they have...
it looks like they brought up Noel Clark from Alabama to take a spot tonight, and you lose a guy that plays in the NFL or played in the NFL and is a premier player at his position, and you bring a guy that played at the University of Alabama, which means he's probably a 4- or 5-star recruit, and he's been impressive tonight. Noel Clark has made some plays.
Yeah, great point, and quarterback Arvell Nelson is not disappointed. He's found all 3 of his receivers. They've been involved all with touchdowns. Carter, Gatlin, and Jones.
And that amazing throw to Jeremy Gallon, that was something special.
That was something special.
And for Gallon to be able to maintain concentration, knowing he's running full speed, 50 yards downfield right into that wall. You know, it's padded, but I'm sure it doesn't feel good.
No.
And that was an amazing play.
Yeah, and the defender right on him every step, too, so he had some amazing concentration. And good for that last touchdown to bring the score to 41-6. Stevens back onto the field after we thought he might have been injured. He missed a couple of plays where he would have been kicking extra points. One time, Richmond Roughriders, because of the poor snap, they were able to get a 2-point conversion in a very unconventional way, as the holder found a receiver off to the left side and went through his hands and into the hands of someone else.
Yeah.
Darian Boone.
Yeah, it looks like Darian Boone. You got another quarterback added on the roster. He's out here throwing a little bit along with Arvell Nelson. I wonder if this game gets out of hand. We may see Boone come into the game and play a little bit in the second half. I'd like to see that.
Yeah, would be good. Well, about 6 minutes away from the start of the second half. We'll take a 2-minute break or a 3-minute break, and be back with the start of the second half. You're listening to Richmond Roughriders football.
AC Booker of Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford wants you to know that a 5-quart oil change with tire rotation is only $39.95, that they're expert in brake repair, state inspection, and battery replacement, that they guarantee that no one, and I mean no one, can beat their prices on tires. I'm talking about the most famous brands such as Michelin, Pirelli, Continental, Goodyear, and BF Goodrich. Come to Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford and check out their brand new 10-bay shop and meet AC Booker and his staff today. Can you believe it? No appointment necessary for your oil changes, brake repairs, and inspections, not to mention guaranteed lowest prices on all major brands of tires. Dealership quality workmanship at phenomenal prices. That's Quick Lane Tire and Auto Center next to Crossroads Ford on Temple Avenue east of Colonial Heights. Now that's what I call incredibly important news.
Your ventilation system circulates air in your house, but did you realize it may also spread contaminants throughout your home?
Call Dux today, 631-9373. That number again is 631-9373.
If you suffer from allergies, asthma, or if your home has excessive dust, call Ducts. Ducts, D-U-C-T-Z, checks it out and cleans the contaminants from your system, leaving your home fresh and healthy, with before and after pics to show you how well they did. Having Ducts clean your system can also reduce your heating and cooling costs, too.
Remember, Dux not only does residential, but also commercial air duct cleaning and dryer vent cleaning. Call Dux today.
Bates Orthodontics is proud to partner with the Richmond Roughriders as the official team orthodontist. Dr. Sheldon Bates received his master's degree of specialty certificate in orthodontics from Virginia Commonwealth University. During his residency, Dr. Bates fell in love with his wife, Taylor, and together they decided to make Richmond their home. Avid South Carolina Gamecocks and Nebraska Cornhusker fans, the Bates are proud to support their local football team. And with 3 Bates Braces locations to choose from, it is easier than ever for you as well. Visit BatesBraces.com for more information and to schedule your free consultation with Dr. Bates today.
Looking for exotic food at reasonable prices? Elephant Thai, the only authentic Thai restaurant in the Tri-Cities, located in the Crossings Shopping Center in Hopewell, is the place for you. Don't like real spicy food? Every meal at Elephant Thai can be customized from no spices to your desired level of spices. Exotic desserts, soft drinks, and alcoholic beverages are also available, including beer from Thailand. Elephant Thai, your spot for an exciting dining experience. Call 458-2885. That's Elephant Thai Restaurant in the Crossings Shopping Center in Hopewell.
Okay, we welcome you back to the Richmond Coliseum. We're coming to the end of halftime. And Richmond in command with a 41-6 lead. And this game has every indication that it could break the 80-point barrier based on how this Rough Rider game has been unfolding so far.
Well, I'll tell you, the first half really wasn't indicative of how the game has gone. This has been a closer game until probably the last, 3, 4, 5 minutes of the second quarter, and Richmond really blew it open then, and we give them credit. That's what good teams do.
Yeah, you're absolutely right, because just with most of the second quarter in play, it was only a 14-6 ball game, and Richmond had to make some stellar defensive stops inside the 3-yard line, and they did it in one sequence 6 consecutive plays after a penalty had given them a 1st and goal with the 1, and they still stopped them 4 more plays. And then 2 more times they were able to keep New England out of the end zone from inside the 5-yard line.
Yeah.
And so it was an incredible display from the defensive line, from interceptions from the secondary. And boy, they had a well-deserved break at halftime, that defensive unit, from being on the field as long as they were. A couple of injuries that number 77 Carter for Richmond probably won't be back in the second half. Looked like he might have had a knee or leg injury. We thought that Stevens might be injured, but it's not the case, and he's out there practicing right now, just booming them through. He missed the second quarter. Bolton, the quarterback, missed the last very important series for New England, and he had an equipment malfunction, and that hurt because they were at a place where they could have, possibly tied it up at that point.
Yeah, they had brought in, who was it, Sanders?
Yeah, Sanders.
Giovanni Sanders to come in and play quarterback. In the first play, he ran around the right edge and got a big gain inside the 10-yard line, and then, they put him under center, and I don't know how many snaps young man has taken from under center, but I'd have probably left him in the shotgun there. At least let your athlete be an athlete.
Yeah, exactly. Well, we're almost set for the second half. Richmond still undefeated, and in 1.5 years of being undefeated. We went through a perfect year last year, winning the championship against Florida. And so far this year, they've run through 5 teams. I shouldn't say run through, because last week they had a very close ball game, a nail-biter.
Yeah.
56-50, they beat the Jersey Flight. The only real time they've been tested all year long. And it's been a closer game, as you mentioned, Coach. It was, 14-6, and New England just a touchdown away from getting back into it. But some key plays by Richmond. It's some unbelievable parts. That second quarter was about as wild a second quarter of football I think I've ever seen.
Well, when Brian Moore was on the air with us, he talked to us a little bit about how in arena football, the closer you get to the goal line, sometimes the harder it is to score. You don't have any space down there in the end zone to really do a lot of things, and we saw that, man. When the field was shrinked and Richmond didn't have to cover as much of the field, they were much more effective. And the biggest mismatch to me has been New England's offensive line and Richmond's defensive line. Just the pressure that they've been able to get on the quarterback.
Well, we're in the midst of a 2-game homestand for Richmond after they were on the road for the last 2 weeks. After they finished tonight's game against New England, they'll entertain the Peach State Cats out of Georgia back here next Saturday night. Then they hit the road again for a couple of weeks. They head down to the Georgia Dome to play the Georgia Doom on May the 12th. And then they'll be back here on the 19th. They'll play the Triangle Torch on the 19th.
We've played Triangle, haven't we? Didn't we play them earlier this year?
I don't see it.
No?
Don't see them on there. Yeah. I don't think that Triangle has won a game yet. They're 0-3, I believe. There will be a rematch the following week. The Jersey Flight come to town.
That's going to be a good one.
Yeah, May 26th. Now, I'm going to have to miss that game. I think Glenn's going to be in for me on that one. And that should be a great game. Then June 2nd closes out the homestand, closes out the regular season as the High Country Grizzlies. They have played them earlier in the year. They started the year playing them, and they beat them on the road 34-19. And they'll close out the regular season with them again. Then there'll be this 2-game playoff. And Richmond is pretty much guaranteed a spot in the playoffs. They're in the Northern Division. Atlanta heads the Southern Division with a perfect 5-0 record, just like Richmond does.
Yeah, that's going to be a good game.
Well, we're about ready for the start of the second half now, and New England will have to give it up on to kick it off to the Rough Riders, and Gallen is back deep. Very tough kickoff returner. Let's see if he'll get a chance. The last one sailed into the stands, not a chance for a return. This one will have a chance, but it doesn't get a good bounce to Gallen, and he picks it up in the end zone. He's going to run it out, and he makes a miss. He heads the other way. Gallen off to the races.
Oh!
He's brought down at the 10-yard line.
He got tackled by the kicker.
A touchdown-saving tackle. Gallen took it 2 yards deep in the end zone. It looked like he might be in some initial trouble, but he took it all the way out.
Yeah, Jeff, I'm not 100% sure, and maybe Glenn could help us out. I don't think you're allowed to take a knee in the end zone, are you? Yeah, I don't think so, yeah. You're right.
That's a good point.
I think you have to bring it out.
So,
I could be mistaken.
Well, that would be a good one to look up in the rules here. And Gallen came from 2 yards deep, took it all the way down to the 10-yard line. And it looks like that Richmond might be able to get a first down. The ball is at the 10.5-yard line. And we have a new quarterback. And it fumbles it from the shotgun. And the backup quarterback, number 16.
Yeah, Darian Boone right there.
Yeah. First play from scrimmage, had the ball knocked out of his hands. Alertly, Richmond gets it back. but a loss of about 6 or 7 on the play. It's back to the 17-yard line. It'll be second down, 17 yards to go.
Yeah, that was a covered sack there. Boone had some time. Got to have a little bit better pocket presence, pocket awareness right there. And a little movement in the pocket. Just got the ball slapped out of his hand.
We don't have any information on Boone, what college he played for. It's a running play, and off the right side goes Bannister, and he gets a tough couple of yards up to the 15 as it'll be third down and 15 yards to go from the fullback out of Clemson. Opening drive, third quarter. Boy, I don't think anything can match the intensity of the second quarter, but I know Richmond will try to put it into play. But they're going with a lot of backups here.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of backups in the game.
The number 23 out to the left, that's Otis Williams, who was place kicking earlier. As here's the snap from center. And trying to elude the sack and going down at the 20 is backup quarterback Boone. Talk to him. And so it's going to be fourth down from the 20-yard line. Opening drive and offensive coordinator calling in the play. It's a good experience for the Rough Riders to get some
to get some other guys in there. You know, you never know when you might need these guys.
That's right.
You know, they practice hard too, so they deserve an opportunity to get in there and play a little bit. And
absolutely.
When the game's out of hand.
Here we go. Boone on fourth down.
Let's go, Boone.
Firing it to the end zone. Incomplete. It's a little pushing and shoving there at the end zone. Didn't call it. Wasn't enough maybe to make the play, but it looked like number 24 got a few elbows in on the intended receiver. David Collins was defending on the play, and the ball goes over on downs.
Doesn't look like there's a lot of subs on defense, though. These look like the guys.
Yeah.
I see Eddie Johnson and Reese Thorne and Keontae Hollis out there dancing.
Now, you know Reese Thorne well because he's one of your assistant coaches. Talk a little bit about where he played ball before.
Yeah, he played on our previous state championship team in 2003 and blocked 7 punts that year for us. He played defensive back, and there's Hollis off the edge.
Oh, Barnes goes down on the sack.
I mean, that's just not fair. That right tackle or the right guard has no chance to block him. They better double him every time. You better give him help with a back or somebody there to help out to chip him because he's just going to beat that guy all day.
Barnes didn't have much time there, and the sack brings him down at about the 13-yard line. And it's going to be second down and about 16 yards to go. Barnes in the shotgun. Stands at his own 7. 2 receivers to the right. Barnes fires across the middle. It's caught across midfield and into Rough Rider territory near the 20-yard line. And a nice pass and catch.
And that was good defense by Ellis Langston. You know, just a little quick post, and you know sometimes the offense wins. Good throw, good catch.
It sure was. Thaddeus Brown, the 6'3", 190-pounder, gets the first down for New England. And they're going to try to get some rhythm going here. It's actually, no, they're going to be a yard short of a first down.
They got a little short.
A little short. 3rd and 1.
Think they're going to run it here?
No, I don't think so. I think this is going to be a pass. But Barnes has shown his capability of passing, of running. Oh, and it would have been a first down, but I think Sanders heard steps.
Yeah. Ellis Langston was closing fast, the corner from West Virginia. And Sanders might have heard some footsteps, just like you said. You're exactly right, Jeff.
Well, it's 2 down territory. It's going to be 4th and 1, and they'll certainly, without the punt in vogue here in the Reno League, they're no doubt going for it here on 4th and 1 as Barnes has shown his poise at quarterback. He has Danny Triplett blocking for him at fullback. And the 3 receivers out on the pattern, 2 to the right, 1 to the left. Barnes fakes to the right, flushed out of the pocket. He's going to run. He's got the first down. He sprints across the 5, the 10 to the 5. Touchdown! What an athletic, acrobatic play by quarterback Drew Bolton.
That looks like a little Johnny Manziel, little Cameron Hill, kid I coached a couple years back in high school. Used to be able to improvise and do things like that. And, man, that was impressive.
That was impressive. He'll only get credit for about a 20-yard run, but he was running for about 35 yards, I think.
And he made a couple guys miss and broke a couple tackles as well.
So Bolton gets New England on the board for the second time tonight.
You know, the way points are scored in arena football, I'm not sure I'd put my backups in quite yet. There's a lot of time left in this game for New England to be able to come back. And, you know, you don't want to get those guys out of rhythm.
And it's the offensive guys that were and it's, if anybody needed to blow, it would have been some of the defensive players. But
that's a good point. You're right.
So they're going for 2 here. The running clock, it's 41-12 now, Rough Riders, and another quarterback, Sanders with his running. I think Bolton was hit pretty hard there. Sanders runs to the right. Did he get in? Flag goes down, as it looked like he might have gotten in, but his knee might have hit the ground before the goal line. Let's see, no official call yet, but we did see the flag fly in after the play was dead.
It looked like maybe a face mask or a horse collar or something, the way his neck spun around.
Personal foul, face mask. And so you'll have to do the play over again.
No, that wasn't good. They gave him the extra.
They gave him the 2-pointer and then maybe the penalty on the kickoff. You never saw the official acknowledge the 2-point conversion with the hands above the head, but they're giving it to him. The 2-point conversion run by Sanders. And that makes the score 41-14 with 8:19 to go in the third. And I think a penalty going to be enforced on the kickoff, but maybe they, I don't know if they're going to work that.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yeah,
after the kick, after the return.
Okay, they don't enforce it on the kickoff.
Right, they'll probably do it after the return. They'll back Richmond up.
Let's say the place kicker set to kick off for New England, Nick DeCunto. And Gallen is deep for the Rough Riders. And he showed his kickoff expertise, and now he'll do it again. From deep in his own end zone, he's hit, though, across the 5. Nice tackle that time. Keeps Gallen from getting to the 10-yard line. And it was Stephen Sumter on the hit.
Yeah, nice play on the kickoff there by Sumter.
Nice open field tackle. And let's see how the offense of Richmond, they did have a couple of new players in that second time. And now they marked the penalty half the distance to the goal from the 2-point conversion play. Back to the 4-yard line. And still in there at quarterback is Boone.
Yes, they got a lot of backups in the game right now. Let's see if these guys can get something going here.
Daniel Barnes, the fullback, to the left. And Boone stands at the goal line. They're going right to left. Quick pitch to Boone, the fullback. And he is bulled down at about the 12 by 2 of the Cavalry of New England.
Yeah, that was Kwan Bynum. Nice play by Kwan Bynum right there. Stringing it out and making a play.
So it'll be second down. A gain of only about maybe 2 yards on the play. It'll be 2nd and 8. The ball across the 5 out to the 7-yard line. They're going to say he got a little bit more. Again, actually going to give him credit for 4 yards off that left side. 2nd and 6. Flag goes down as the pass is complete over to the right side. Great tackle after the catch, as doing a terrific job of bringing that ball in is Jonathan Fisher. But a flag, let's see where that one goes, as the pass was caught near the first down marker.
defense.
Illegal defense. And that's one of the things we'll have to figure out between this week and next week is the different ways an illegal defense can be manifested. We've seen it called a couple of times tonight. And it will mark off, they'll take the penalty rather than the completed pass.
And I think that's a good call. You know, you get to replay the down if you take the penalty. And it probably would have been third and really short.
Right.
I'll take 2nd and 3, 2nd and 4 over 3rd and 1.
Yeah, absolutely. So with the ball at the 13-yard line, Richmond preserves their second down. It's going to be 2nd and 3. And the flag goes down again as the first down pass is made, but let's see if it stands. As backup Otis Williams made the catch for the first down, but let's see if it's a defensive penalty, so
I think it's illegal defense again.
And so in this case, they'll probably take the play. Well, they're going to take the penalty again. They're not going to take the pass catch. I would have given the guy credit for the pass reception.
Yeah, I'd be a little upset about that.
Yeah. So they take the penalty and brings the ball out to the 17-yard line. 1st and 10. Darian Boone in the shotgun. Looking right, fires. It's caught near midfield. Again, it's Williams making the reception.
That was a good job by Williams, just running a little stick route. Sitting down, finding a spot in the open zone, and good job by Boone of hitting him.
Yeah.
I'd like to see these guys get some rhythm and take the ball down the field and score right here.
Gain of 7 on the play, 2nd and 3. Right at midfield. The Rough Riders going right to left across your screen or your radio dial. It's Darian Boone on in relief of quarterback Arvell Nelson. A quick pitch out to the fullback, Barnes. And he powers his way for the first down all the way down to the 15-yard line. Good determined run from the big fullback.
I tell you, Malcolm Bunch and J.B. Walton just did a great job on that zone right there. Great job.
The ball down to the 14-yard line with the first down, and Richmond showing their ground game there. 3-man defensive front in arena football, blocking. And, of course, 3 receivers as well, as quarterback can't find a receiver. He's going to be sacked. First sack for the Rough Rider offense coming here in this second half. As
81 Barnes, he's made some plays.
Yeah. Tyler Barnes, 6'3", 270. So a loss on the play, and it'll be second down, about 17 yards to go. Back to the 21-yard line of Richmond. Of New England, as Richmond with the ball, 2nd and 17. Quarterback dodging some would-be tacklers, nifty running, gets it almost back down to the 15. Nice running that time.
Yeah, good job. Thought we might have had a hold over there on the right side. I think the referees might have missed that one, but great job by Boone of slipping through and escaping the pocket and making something out of nothing.
In fact, he had maybe grease on his jersey. He was just slipping off would-be tacklers.
Got an injury here, 23.
Oh, Williams has got some leg injury as he limps off the field. Otis Williams, 6 feet, 190-pounder out of Seton Hall. It's going to be 3rd and 11 for Richmond from the 16-yard line. Boone.
Good protection.
Across the middle, almost intercepted. Right in the hands of the would-be receiver, or the intended the defensive back cut in front of the receiver.
I tell you, I wish he'd have hit Mack across the middle right there. They ran a little short crossing route with Mack, and he was open. I don't know if he was trying to go deeper with that ball or if he was trying to hit Mack or not.
Well, it'll be 4th and 11 now for Richmond with 3:34 to go, third period. Barnes looking to throw to the end zone. Did he catch it? Yes, touchdown! Touchdown, Richmond. Jonathan Fisher.
That's a great job by Fisher to hang on to that. Really strong hands he showed right there. Just came crossing route, deep crossing route, came from the other side of the formation. And to be honest with you, I thought Boone was a tad late with the ball. I thought he could have thrown it a little sooner, had some open space over there. And but great job. He put it in a spot he needed to put it into. Great job for that young man.
The first touchdown of the second half for Richmond. Advances their lead out to 47-14. And Stevens back in there to kick this time. As he makes it, the flag is down at the end of the play.
Did he make that?
Yeah,
I think he pulled it
He
left.
pulled it, okay.
He had some pressure in his face.
Well, he may get to re-kick it.
He might.
Illegal substitution.
No.
Oh, it's going to be against Richmond, so that will. So I think that's the first extra point he's missed all year.
Yeah, it's the first I can remember.
Well, there's a timeout on the field with 2:39 to go. Third quarter, Richmond in control, 47-14. We'll be back in 60 seconds.
Proactive Property Services are skilled in grounds maintenance, hydro seeding, sports turf mowing, aerating, mulch, and planting. Whatever you need in the area of landscaping, call Chris today at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. That number again is 804-591-9197. That's Chris at Proactive Property Services, 804-591-9197. Your green industry business in the Tri-Cities area.
Okay, we're back here at the Coliseum at 2:39 to go in the third quarter. Richmond in control, 47-14. Stevens out of Hampton-Sydney College preparing to kick off. The Rough Riders going right to left. A relatively tame third quarter in terms of energy after just an unbelievable second quarter here at the Richmond Coliseum. Action from both teams, offensively and defensively. It's worth getting the streaming after the game and just watching this again.
I tell you, he's been left all night.
Yeah,
he's pulled everything to the left. I don't know what's up with Stevens, but
yeah, well, he's not. At least he's getting it to the point of not getting a return.
That's a very good point. I think he may be injured. He may have some little nagging injury. That's maybe why he didn't kick a little bit. Maybe he went to coach and said, "Hey, I'm feeling better. Let me give it a shot." But he's normally so good. To see him be really good and not great tells me probably something wrong with him there.
Yeah, you might be right. Well, the ball will be at the 20-yard line for New England with 2:25 to go, third period. They've had one score here in the third quarter. And Barnes, at quarterback, quick pass out to the right flat is caught. And moving across midfield, number 17.
I
don't have him on the roster. Here he is, Luis Garcia. 6 foot, 165 pounder. Gain of about 6 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 4.
It's just another little jailbreak screen out there. Get your athlete the ball in space, pick up 5 or 6 yards. Something quick to try to slow down that pass rush.
So Barnes calling out signals in the shotgun, trying to get the third score for New England. Drops back to the 15, fires the pass off the fingertips of the would-be receiver, and then off the defensive back's fingertips as well, Carey.
Yeah, Langston did a good job of getting back there. Carey's back there. Could have been picked off by either guy.
It's a long incompletion. It'll be 3rd and 4 for the New England Cavalry, playing their first game of the year, and they've been pretty impressive, I think, all things considered, first game of the year.
Yeah, I agree.
Barnes facing a 3rd and 4 from the 24-yard line of Richmond. Barnes flushed out of the pocket, and he's going to be sacked. And he is sandwiched between 2 of Richmond's big defensive linemen.
Yeah, Anthony Harris, that was a great job. He wasn't going to let him get out of his grasp that time.
Anthony Harris, number 90, and then Noel Clark, number 92.
Yeah.
Did the damage on Barnes.
Yeah, I mean, you got those two guys who are relentless, and then you throw in the defensive player of the year, Hollis.
Yeah.
It's just very tough.
Very tough. And so it sets up a 4th and forever here for New England. Call it 4th and 20.
Well, I tell you, they converted 1 4th and long already.
Yeah, they sure did. They were.
I'd be thinking they may go to the same thing, deep cross.
Well, he fires it long, and it's going to be intercepted. As the third quarter comes to a close, Ellis Langster picks off the pass as third quarter comes to an end with the score. Richmond 47 and New England 14. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, where the taste of Mama Rosa's special sauces and freshly made pizza dough and dinner breads merge to bring you Italian cuisine in the atmosphere of Italy. There is simply no comparison. Bring the kids to climb the steps to watch as our cooks spin the pizza in the air before cooking your pizza in our flaming hot pizza oven. Alcoholic beverages such as beer, wine, and mixed drinks also available to enhance your experience of our real Italian tradition. Wednesday through Friday buffets from 11 to 2 p.m. or our breakfast buffet Sundays from 9 to 2 p.m. along with our patio seating and banquet facilities and our pickup window make Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, located at Colonial Corner Shopping Center, 4098 Oaklawn Boulevard in Hopewell, your best choice of Italian cuisine in the area. That Rosa's Italian Ristorante Pizzeria, located at the Colonial Corner Shopping Center in Hopewell. For more information, call 804-458-8744. Call 804-458-8744 today.
U-Store and Lock Self-Storage, the oldest self-storage business in the Hopewell area, located at 416 East Randolph Road and Route 10 to access your storage unit from 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. Lowest prices starting at $35 per month. Units range from 5 feet 5 to 10 feet by 30 foot, 24-hour security staff, security cameras on all buildings. Most credit cards accepted. Call U-Store and Lock, 541-0655.
We've all heard the old adage, the only things guaranteed in life are taxes and death. While Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum can't do anything about your taxes, we are ready to help you pre-plan for death. Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens in Prince George County is the only locally family-owned cemetery in this area, offering a complete line of services to meet your final wishes, including our new community mausoleum. Since Merchants Hope is locally owned, we understand the people we're serving are friends and family. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens on Merchants Hope Road in Prince George, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. Pre-planning will save you money. Call Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens and Mausoleum, 458-6197. That number again is 458-6197. Call or come by Merchants Hope Memorial Gardens, just 6 miles east of Hopewell, off of Route 10. That number again is 458-6197.
South Park Carpet Flooring Outlet and Chester Floors Superstore has the finest brands of carpet and vinyl flooring available. They offer warehouse prices to the public and have the largest selection of remnants for purchase. Expert installation, normally the next business day for both residential and commercial work. Call or visit South Park Carpet at 860 West Roslyn Road, off I-95 at exit 53 in Colonial Heights, Virginia. Call them at 804-520-2763 or 804-748-4990.
So we move to the fourth quarter with Richmond in control, 47-14. Jeff Butler, Ricky Irby bringing you the action of Richmond Rough Rider football. Darian Boone back to throw. He's going to run around the right side. Boone, quarterback run all the way.
Yeah, great reach block there by Malcolm Bunch on the zone, on the stretch play.
And a gain of 6 or 7 on first down.
J.B. Walton coming up a little limp there.
The ball's going to be at about the 19-yard line.
Hopefully J.B. can walk it off and shake it off right there, and looks like he's going to stay in the game.
It'll be 2nd and 4 as Richmond going with a lot of new players in there. Boone,
there you go.
A little down and out, incomplete. intended for Ray Mack.
I like the idea. Just, two guys probably haven't been throwing the ball a lot to each other and a little bit off, not on the same page, but just throwing a little hitch.
Yeah. Yeah, it's still very manageable 3rd and 4. As Richmond went in the first half with Arvell Nelson, and in the second half, quarterback Darian Boone. He's got 1 touchdown pass here, and a quick shuffle pass, and incomplete, as Otis Williams didn't know it was coming, and it'll be the penalty against Richmond declined on the play. Did you get the nature of that?
Yeah, it was a legal formation. Too many guys in the box. I want to say the motion man may not have gotten out of the box.
So it sets up a 4th down, a 4th and 4.
All right, let's see if Richmond can convert here and keep the ball and keep this clock moving.
Yeah. Boone did a good job on 1st down with a little bootleg off to the right for 6, but come up empty the last 2 plays. It's 4th down and 4. Back to pass, looking long down the left sideline, incomplete, and the ball goes over now on downs as that ball pass went out to the left. The receiver was going straight.
He had a couple open guys there. Spacing wasn't really good on that play, though, Jeff. He had 3 receivers on the same side of the field right there, and when you're throwing the ball that far down the field on a short width field like arena football is, one guy can cover that.
Yeah. So the ball will go over on downs, and back in at quarterback for New England, Drew Bolton. The 6', 190-pounder had his drive last time end with an interception by Ellis Langston at the end of the 3rd quarter. Has an unenviable task of trying to get his team back into the game. They trail 47-14. Bolton tries to run his way into a game, gets a yard across the 20 down to the 19. A good tackle that time by number 92, Clark.
Yeah, he didn't get much, and good coverage in the back end right there.
3-man defensive front for Richmond. They have then 2 linebackers and then 3 defensive backs, or 2 defensive backs and a safety. Bolton in the shotgun, stands at the 25. Quick pass out to the right flat is caught. But not much doing for Sanders as he's...
Big time. Nice hit there by Terrence Warren. Big time hit.
The fans love it. It's going to be 3rd down. Pass for no gain. Back to the line of scrimmage. It goes 3rd and 9.
Well, New England's run that jailbreak screen often tonight, and they've kind of had to. They haven't had much time to work anything down the field.
Luis Garcia, who caught that screen last play, is they're just going to end up with a timeout that keeps them from getting a delay of game.
Yeah. Well, these are normal things you would expect for a first game of the year,
Yep. And with 11:28 to go in the 4th quarter, Richmond, which had over 40 points at halftime, has a very tame 1 touchdown to show for it, but they are using this to get a lot of playing time in for their backup guys. And
Now, these games, as a coach, they're always fun when you're winning and you're winning big and everybody's getting to play. And I always like these as a coach. Anytime I could get my guys, my backups in the game to play, and those guys work really hard in practice, and you want to see them be successful, and they understand their roles, and to watch them have success on the field is almost sometimes more fun than watching the starters and the guys that are in there making plays all the time for you. So. Great job. Congrats to these guys getting in here making plays.
Exactly. Okay, New England faces a 3rd and 9 from the 17-yard line. Bolton steps up in the pocket, throws on the run, incomplete. The pass was down to the first down marker.
Well,
pass intended for Eberhardt.
Yeah, and that was a little off target, but they're doing a good job. They're keeping that linebacker in there to spy. They're not really blitzing him right now. They're getting enough pressure with 3 guys, and they're keeping that linebacker right there to spy Bolton. So as soon as he releases from the pocket, he's got somebody there on him. Good job. Good coaching by Richmond right there. Good adjustment.
So now New England faces a 4th down, 9 yards to go. From the 17-yard line of Richmond. Bolton. Oh, has the ball snapped. He wasn't ready for it. Back to the 15-yard line, and he's going to be sacked. And a breakdown there in execution for the offense as Bolton.
Yeah, he was not ready for that ball, definitely.
And he got hit hard.
Yeah, that poor kid's been hit hard a lot tonight.
And the ball goes over on downs.
Oh
man, he's still at his bell rung.
I think he just stumbled on the carpet there, I hope.
Yeah. He was sandwiched over there on the wall.
Yeah, he was.
The ball goes over to Richmond on the 15-yard line of New England. 47-14, the Rough Riders with 10 and a half minutes to go in the game. Quarterback Boone on in relief of Nelson in the second half. In the shotgun, fires. Oh! Dropped. Would have been a touchdown. And right in the hands of the intended receiver.
Another great route concept. I really like that route concept. They just ran number 1 and number 3 on verticals and ran number 2 on a pipe route right up the seam and just kind of crossed him underneath. That's what we call a clear route, basically, and it was open.
Ray Mack would like to have that one.
Yeah. Boone put it in the perfect spot, fit it right through the window.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 from the 15-yard line of New England. Boone in the shotgun. It's a design run to the left side, short side of the field, but flags fly as that play got underway. It looks like it's going to go against Richmond. False start. So the penalty box still happening here. Not as much as in the first half, but that'll cost them 5. And back to the 20-yard line. It'll be 2nd and 15. Or 3rd and 15. No, it'll still be 2nd and 15. The first, we haven't seen any of the first-team receivers in the second half.
Yeah, you're right.
Boone in the shotgun.
Good
fires
clean
across.
Pocket.
He almost had it. Mack had it for a while. It would have been a terrific catch, especially after he missed the one prior to that. He sprawled out for it. He just couldn't quite hold it.
Yeah, he was open too. The pass was just a little bit out in front of him.
So it's going to be 3rd down and 15 yards to go. The pass did lead him just a tad too much.
That's a good job by the offensive line right there. They gave him a good, clean pocket. They had plenty of time.
So this time, Mack and...
I'd like to see Richmond at least pick up half of it here, make it a 4th and manageable.
Yeah.
Or they may just throw it to the end zone.
Mack in motion, goes deep, and now it's going to be a run for Barnes, and he's going to be across the 15. He's sandwiched down very close to the original line of scrimmage, which would set up a 4th and 10. So he got some good...
So he got half of it back. Got about half of it back, and it's going to be, what, about a 4th and 7 now? 4th and 8, maybe 4th and 7, I think.
Yeah. So the clock runs to the 8-minute mark as Richmond goes with their 3 backup receivers along with the backup quarterback in Boone. They're trying to get a score against this first-team defense of New England. 4th and 7. Boone, plenty of time. Now to the right, fires to the goal line.
Touchdown.
And did he get in? Yes.
They're going to mark him at the 1.
Mark him at the 1, but that's a first down.
Yeah, it's a first down. That's a heck of a catch right there. He had a guy draped on his back, and
And let's see, was that Otis Williams?
Yeah, 24. That was 24.
24.
Is that
I don't see 24 on the roster. Oh, there it is, Jonathan Fisher.
Yeah, Fisher. Great job.
So they move the chains, 1st and goal. Let's see if they try to run it in. I'd like to see them get a little practice with the run.
Yeah.
New England calls time.
You know, Boone did a good job on that last play of really extending the play, you know, moving out of the pocket, still kept his eyes downfield, knew it was 4th down, and delivered a good ball.
Yeah.
And that was a good catch because he was covered on that. It was a guy on his back. Yeah, Fisher made a great catch for him.
So now Richmond may have up to 4 times to try to punch it in, but maybe here on 1st and goal from the 1, we'll see a run play. We don't see it much in arena football, but the very first score of the game was a run from 4 yards out.
Yeah, I think you might see it here. Yeah, they've been able to run that outside zone, that stretch play pretty effectively, and
Boone shows.
I think you might see it here.
Yeah.
Just let Boone take off around left edge on the zone and let Barnes lead him in the end zone.
Barnes in there, fullback offset to the left side. And Boone is going to pitch it to Barnes.
Right.
And did he get in? He did. Nice second effort from Barnes. And he gets Richmond across the 50-point marker out to 53 and a 1-yard touchdown run with 7 minutes to go.
Well, you're right, that was a great second effort by Barnes because Bynum had him stopped originally. And, second effort got him in the end zone right there.
Sure did. Stevens back in there to kick now.
All right, come on, Stevens. You're my guy now. I've been hyping you up all year. Let's go. Bang it through.
His kick, the flag goes down as the kick goes through.
There we go.
Penalty flags, the officials have been getting a lot of work out with those.
All right, I want to see Stevens bang one through on the kickoff now.
All right, looks like it's going to go against New England. Timeout on the field. Richmond's extra point is good, and the score now 54-14. We'll take a 30-second break and be back with more Richmond Rough Rider football.
Small Engines, 1000 Temple Avenue, Colonial Heights. They carry lawnmowers, vacuums, blowers, chainsaws, hedge clippers, gas trimmers, and engine parts. Connors has a full repair shop. Connors Small Engines has been in business over 45 years. They have master brands like Toro, Still, Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Ariens, and Kawasaki. That's Connors Small Engines. They're located at 1000 Temple Avenue. Call 526-7108. And say hello to Murphy the Cat.
We're back here at the Richmond Coliseum, along with Ricky Irby, Jeff Butler, bringing you the last 6.5 minutes of this one. It's been a lot of really good football in a lot of ways, a lot of excitement.
Yeah, it's been a great team win. I mean, a team game so far. And a lot of good different guys contributing on both sides of the ball. Offensively, defensively, a lot of guys. It's those are always fun.
It is. It's a game that Richmond can pretty much notch into the win column for the 6th time this year. And as Stevens preparing to kick off, we've noticed that he's kicked it left each time. He has been able to kick it through the uprights at the other end. It seems like at least once a game, but we're looking for the first time here tonight. It would earn his team 1 point.
All right, let's go, Stevens.
And he approaches the ball, and the kick is in the air. This one looks
Get in.
possibility. Just short. And heading it out, this kid can really run out the end zone. He's still fighting across the 20 out to the 21-yard line, and that's Luis Garcia.
Garcia doing a little talking, a little smack talk. Might not want to do that when you're down by 40. Give the ball to the official and...
they're going to mark off some kind of a penalty here against Richmond, a 15-yarder.
I didn't see that. It looked to me like Garcia was doing most of the talking out there.
So some kind of unsportsmanlike conduct there. Gets the 15-yard penalty against Richmond. They're close to, I guess, over 100 yards worth of penalties here tonight as the ball with the penalty moves across midfield. And the New England Cavalry will have it 1st and 10. Quarterback Drew Bolton. No, it's Sanders back in there, quarterback. He took a hit at the end of the... Almost intercepted.
And that would have been a pick 6, too, there for Lancaster. Dallas Lancaster.
The pass intended for Thaddeus Brown, and Lancaster would have had his 2nd interception of the night.
Yeah, they just ran, crossing routes all from one side of the field to the other, and Lancaster did a good job of just reading it and driving on the football.
I suspect that Bolton is done for the night.
Yeah, that poor young man's taking a beating. But I've been impressed with him. I really have been.
And he took a real shot on that last 4th down play, the last set of offensive plays. And now Sanders, their backup quarterback, on 2nd and 10, steps up in the pocket, rolls out to the right, fires, caught. And it's Luis Garcia on the reception, inside the 15 down to the 13. It'll be 3rd down for the Cavalry. And about 4 yards to go. 4:59 to go in the game. It's Richmond 54, New England 14. This crowd has got their money's worth here tonight. With all kinds of great football action. Sanders on 3rd down. The pass is incomplete. Intended receiver looking for the flag, Brown.
I think he's upset with the umpire, with the official. And
screening the play.
The official's part of the game. I mean, he was closer to the ball than Thaddeus Brown was. It's your job to avoid him. It's not his job to avoid you.
So it's going to be 4th down and 4 yards to go. We're coming down to the 4-minute mark. Sanders on in relief of Bolton in the shotgun. Fires across the middle, broken up by Langston. Nice defensive play by the quarterback.
Well, Ellis Lancaster had 2 picks right there on that drive, but that was a big play. 4th down. He read that route. That was a great break on the ball by Ellis Lancaster. He knew that route was coming.
Yeah, that really was. You like to see that. Picture perfect timing. This arena football, I mean, it doesn't take away too much of the regular football experience. I mean, obviously when you're only playing 50-yard fields, it's limiting, but you get most of it here.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It really is. And the more you come, the more you learn, the more you get to experience, the more fun it is.
Yeah. So here we go with Richmond taking over on the 13. And we had a ball batted down by Barnes of New England, big number 81. He almost picked it off.
Yeah, that's good.
Good alert.
Good play by Barnes.
Boone was trying to pass it out to the right flat, and Barnes...
You always teach those D linemen, if they're not going to get to the quarterback, just try to get in his vision and get your hands up. And
boy, did he ever. 6'3", Barnes. So it's 2nd and 10 from their own 13-yard line.
Good protection.
He's going to go for it all, and it's too far. Intended for, I think it was that Gallen back in the game.
Gallen.
Yeah.
He had a step on him. Ball was just a little bit overthrown.
Gallen, which has one touchdown on the game, and that ended the first half in just spectacular fashion.
All right, he can't figure out how to get back on the field now. The guy over there, just come around, walk through the gate, man. Come on.
So the New England player is on the outside. trying to get in.
Or maybe he's hurt. I don't know.
Or did he have an equipment?
Did he flip over the? Did he flip over the wall? I didn't see that.
I didn't see that either. It looks like he's going to stay in there. So with
that's Melquan Pinckney. Good, tough football player right there.
Yeah, takes a lot of guts there. So it looks like a little timeout taken here by New England with 2:26 to go. So Richmond really set to head on to their 6th win in 6 games, and set to
very, very efficient win. Just took care of business. Started off a little slow, and like we talked about at the beginning, they got to take care of business. Just do what they do, and I thought Coach Stout called a great game today. I thought he was pretty spot on. I thought Arvell Nelson played a great first half, and he's out there being water boy right now. Look at him. He's bringing water to all the guys. He's watering them down. He's got the headset on. He's really engaged in the game.
Well, that's a team player there.
That's a leader, and that's what you want from a quarterback. You want a guy that's a leader that can lead your football team.
And that's exactly what he just did there.
Yeah, it's been an efficient win. Very, very efficient. A lot of different guys have made plays defensively and offensively.
So Boone.
Let's go. Get Mack on a deep one here.
Back to pass. He's flushed out of the
go.
pocket to the left. He takes off down the left sideline, has the first down. And, first down.
Yeah, now, you know what? If Richmond does that, they get a flag.
Yeah.
It seems like if Richmond had done something like that, I mean, we had a personal foul just on the kickoff. I don't understand that.
Yeah. It's a good point. No flag here. It's the first down run, though, from Boone.
Great job by Boone. Yeah, I don't want to take away from what he did right there. That was a great job. Great scramble, great run.
Down to the 19-yard line he goes, and he calls out signals from... he bobbles the snap. Makes one guy miss and gets somehow a yard or two out of nothing. Great athleticism that time from Boone. And it'll be 2nd and 9. Clock down to the 1:35 mark.
Yeah, 54-14, 40-point lead, and just want to get out of here with everybody healthy and look forward to next week.
That's right. Barnes will block for Boone, offset to the right in his fullback position. There's a quick pitch to Barnes.
Cut it. There we go.
He's tackled from behind after a very short gain. And
good backside pursuit there by Gregory. Larry Gregory right there, linebacker. Good job by him tracking it down. I think if Barnes had stuck his foot in the ground and cut that just a hair sooner, Gregory might not have been able to get there.
Picked up one on the play. It'll be 3rd and about 7. We're now 1 minute to go, and that's the 1 minute timeout. So we'll take a 30-second timeout and be back with this last minute of action here from the Richmond Coliseum.
Liberty Firearms and Surplus with all your big boy toys. Used guns, new guns, AK-47s, long rifles, military surplus, silver, gold coins, jewelry, power tools, and generators. All your big boy toys at Liberty Firearm and Surplus, Hopewell Pawn and Loan, 442 South 15th Avenue, across from Wells Fargo and Hopewell. That's Liberty Firearms and Surplus, Hopewell Pawn and Loan, 442 South 15th Avenue, across from Wells Fargo in Hopewell with all your big boy toys.
We go on 3rd and 7. Art launches it to the end zone. Touchdown! Spectacular catch that time. Jeremy Gallen with his 2nd touchdown reception of the night.
I tell you what is he listed at, 5'9"?
I think that's right.
Man, he went up and got that football.
Actually, the program lists him at 5'8".
5'8", wow.
But they made a terrific acrobatic catch. He only has 2 catches of the night, and both of them are spectacular.
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely. Good point. I tell you, that was a good throw by Boone right there because he had pressure. He had a hand in his face and delivered a good ball.
Stevens punches through the extra point. And we'll keep it here with 53 seconds to go, and Richmond has now crossed the 60-point mark, and their lead is 61-14. Nice overall win here. And a couple of questions we'll want to try to look at. Where was Greg Hardy tonight? And also know that he is doing some martial art work. I think he's undefeated in his other career.
Yeah. I tell you, hopefully the health of Carter at the on the offensive line is not too serious, and he'll be able to bounce back from that. I think he's the glue that holds that group together up there on the offensive line, and the veteran leadership that he brings to the table. And you hope his injury's not serious. Davon Morgan, you hope he's able to come back. But Reese Thorne has played very well tonight.
Yeah.
I think Reese has played awesome, filling in for Davon. And Reese is a veteran too, who's always ready when his number's called, and he was ready tonight.
Yeah, had an interception.
Yep.
Key interception. And so here we're set with Stevens approaching the ball to kick it off and trying to get that extra point to go through the. It's not quite. And again, Garcia there to attempt the run back. He's out to the 15, looking for running room. Tackled shy of the 20.
Here's my theory on why they've had so many good kick returns tonight. They're not used to covering the kick.
Oh yeah.
Stevens usually bangs them through the uprights.
That's a good point.
Or when he doesn't, he puts them out of the end zone.
Yeah.
So these guys aren't used to getting downfield and covering kickoffs.
That makes a lot of sense. And we hope that Stevens is injury-free, but he might have some sort of strain there. The ball's just shy of the 20. And New England will have just 45 seconds to go. Try to get on the board one more time. They'll do it with backup quarterback Sanders. On in relief of Bolton, who had an outstanding game at quarterback tonight for New England.
You better hurry up. You might get a delay. Just got it off.
Sanders across the middle. It's caught.
Yeah, Reese. Good tackle.
Marquise Eberhardt on the reception.
Yeah.
And Reese.
Reese
with the tackle for.
Good stick route. Good, just find a little soft spot in the zone, sit down, and make the catch there.
A gain of about 5 on the play. It'll be 2nd and 5. 18 seconds to go in the game. Sanders. A little screen play out to the right.
Oh,
and a big time hit.
And Langster's played great tonight, I tell you.
He has. It looks like maybe an injured player on the far side. Ernest Jones made the stop.
That was Langster, I believe. That was 3.
Langster made the stop. Ernest Jones on the reception.
Oh, okay, gotcha.
Yeah. As
it's a ball game. Well, another Saturday night and another Rough Riders win.
That's right. A convincing win for Richmond tonight. The record moves to 6-0, and they'll be back here next week as the Peach football team comes in from Georgia. Final score: Richmond 61 and the Cavalry 14. Before we go off the air, do you want to do some most valuable player awards for both the offense and defense?
On the offensive side, I'm gonna go with Nelson. Yeah, I thought he played pretty good, and I don't know. That's a tough one.
Yeah,
because you got Jeremy Gallen. Gallen made 2 spectacular touchdown catches. And,
Carter made an 80-yard touchdown reception.
That's true. Early in the game, and
Jones had a touchdown reception. That's a tough.
That's a tough one. I'm going with Gallen. He hadn't been it yet. Let's go with Gallen on offense. Defense, I'm gonna go with Ellis Langster.
Yeah.
He had the interception. He had some nice plays on defense, and you could have gone with Eddie Johnson as well, or a lot of guys. But I go with Langster.
Langster's a good pick. That's going to do it here from Richmond Coliseum. 61-14. Richmond the victor tonight. For Ricky Irby, this is Jeff Butler, inviting you back next Saturday night, 6:30 for our pregame show. Good night, everybody.